All right, welcome to the podcast, Take Two. This is On the Mic podcast with your host Joey
and Tanner,
and we just recently figured out what to name this show. And oh yeah, we have two guests today. We have their infamous friend Mason, who bullies Tanner sometimes.
Yes.
Heyo.
And we have an inspiring CNA, Nicholas. We're just gonna call him Nicholas. Oh my God, they're going off some meme Mason made the other day.
Yeah, I
And,
made a video.
it's called Sniper Gang. Hashtag Sniper Gang 300, which is actually referenced a lot in one of Mason's videos. His channel is DropBoxMason, and Nick doesn't have a channel.
I do actually.
You do?
Um,
What are you
Legendary
doing?
tuba.
no, Asking Apostolics.
Asking Apostolics?
Yes.
What in the world?
You
That
ask-
sounds like an emo Christian band.
No, it's an apostolic Pentecostal channel, and basically what we do is we get questions or ideas that we may have, or people may ask us.
The funny thing is, Nick, you actually look like a preacher right now.
Yeah, you're looking
I look
like
like a
Yeah,
me-
You look really nice.
Anyway, hold on. Let him finish his spiel.
All
So
right.
we get your questions, that you may have about Christianity or maybe just Pentecostal.
Christianity.
So you answer
But I know, but whatever question that you may have, we just talk. We think on it, we pray on it, and then we talk about it in a video, and that's basically what we do.
That's cool, man. Well, go check that out if you have any questions for a Pentecostal Christianity thing.
Hashtag Sniper Gang 300.
AKA Sparta.
All right. So, Nick, you're very into religion. I'm not really. I don't think a lot of us are
I'm on
really.
the fence.
I'm just here.
Just here.
And Mason, what's your view on do you have a religion, really? Like, I don't really
I
have.
don't know.
Sniper Gang 300.
Sniper
Yeah.
Gang 300.
Yeah,
That's-
Sparta. That's my religion.
Um,
But no, for real, I'm like on the line.
So he's on the fence like me.
right.
Yeah.
Well, today I kind of wanted to talk about religion and its impact and its importance. Like
Okay, in society?
in society. Yeah, in society. We'll keep this sociological again.
Oh, boy.
Regular
Anyways.
people, big words.
Oh yeah, my bad.
That's the segment. Regular people, big words.
So Nick, you are really big into your faith, right?
Yeah.
All right. Has your church had any impact, you think, on the people in this town?
I'd say so, yeah. A lot of times, just community events like, the Saturday Bread Shed. A lot of, you know what I'm talking about?
I've
No.
heard of it. Yeah, the Saturday Bread Check.
Where we go out and we hand out, food or groceries to people who are less fortunate than us.
Mhm.
We kind of, a lot of people from my church participate in that. There's other smaller events. Christmas at our house is a big event. It's one of the biggest. It's probably one of the biggest events in Donovan.
Oh, yeah, it
to be
is.
It
honest.
is a big event.
I was
Like-
gonna go to it, but I forgot to buy tickets in advance. So.
What it
You actually need
is.
to buy tickets in advance. to
Yeah,
get it.
you do.
Yeah, you do.
Because they're
it's
like
really,
sold out the night it starts.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a
for
really
real.
big deal.
Because you do it online now.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know you could do that.
It's kind of like trying to get a ticket to a concert or something.
Like
Or
Coachella.
like to like a.
But
big
yeah, it's Christmas at our house is basically like a play that you guys put on,
Mhm.
like a
And it's-
Christmas theme play.
I've never seen it. I
that
really
the
want to go. I'll
Pentecostal
probably go
church-
next year.
It's
But
like a little bit improv.
Yeah,
comedy.
it's a really
It-
good.
it
Like
really
it's
is
really
improv.
funny. Like as a person that is very free with the way I talk,
It's really.
it's
funny.
really funny.
Mhm.
I really like. It's good, clean humor.
Yeah, and everyone comes all around. Like
Yeah, like
our
everybody all
area.
around. I know people from like an hour and a
the
half
whole
that comes and watch it.
Southeast.
Mhm.
There's lots of
fun.
people who come up from like even St. Louis. There's a
Really?
whole big church that actually
Comes down and
comes
watches
down
it.
usually at least.
It's a good play. I enjoy it every time I go and watch it. I didn't get to watch it last year.
I
It
didn't
was
get to
funny.
watch it
My
the
pastor
past 2
wrote it.
years. I was very
Um,
sad.
So as you can see, like there's a lot of impact that even just Nick's church alone, which is one of the biggest churches in Donovan, West Point. It is definitely one of the biggest.
It's a
churches.
big church.
I think it's probably the biggest church in Donovan, other than his place, right?
I don't.
We have
probably.
probably 10 churches in Donovan.
We have
which is-
we
a
have
lot.
more than 10.
You think so?
Yeah, there's like.
Like even in the county surrounding.
Yeah,
it.
there's
Yeah,
like
with
a lot.
with the population of only
Yeah.
2,000, we have like a lot of churches. Just
We're in the Bible Belt as well.
yeah, I think that's Bible.
Well,
Belt.
Donovan has a ton of churches. Like we have the Catholic Church. We have
Baptist.
the.
Few
We have
Baptists.
two Baptists, right?
We have the Current River Baptist and the other Baptist.
We
I
got
don't know.
Yeah.
3.
We have
Church of
First Baptist and
Christ.
Current River Baptist.
Yeah.
And then we have a few other Baptist churches.
So definitely
We
around
have a
this area,
Methodist.
church.
We have 2 Church of Gods in the area.
You know what I want?
We have 3 Church of Christ.
Yeah, 3 Church of
Oh,
Christ.
and there's a Church of the Firstborn. You remember that
What's
one?
that?
Yeah,
I've never seen
It's
that.
it's kind of like
it's culty.
it's culty.
Oh, cultic.
It's weird.
That's all I've heard. I've never been to it.
I never been to it either.
I will say, disclosure, I've never been to it. I don't really know what's going on there, but the rumors that I've heard,
Wait,
it's kind of culty.
Hold on, what church again?
You know, like when you go in the back way to like Poplar Bluff, you take like I don't really know how to explain it. You like
You're going on
T,
142. Like, it's on 142. Anyway,
It's like
I'll have to explain.
Well, anyway,
it to
it's
you.
just
I'll show
like-
it to you one day when
it's
we pass
just
it.
like really the name itself is
The
just
name is
I
kinda
never really
odd.
heard any rumors about it. I just know the name itself sounds
I've
like
heard some stuff.
really like cultish and weird. It's like Church of the Firstborn, which is
Christ.
that's what it's called.
Like if
Lord.
they're trying to be like
Jesus' name.
like a Church of God, just another name for God. Like firstborn is not the way you.
No.
I mean, you can keep it non-denominational, but no. if you don't want to be a part
Yeah.
of like a certain like group, like First Church of God or Church of Christ or whatever.
And
you can do
don't
something.
ever tell, like, I used to be a part of the Church of God, and if I was like, or someone was like, "What denomination are you?" I would not know,
Mhm.
and so I would ask, and they're like, "We're not a denomination, we're a movement," and I was like, "Okay."
You guys were non-denominational.
Really? That's
Yeah.
weird, man.
That's weird.
I was like kind of raised a Baptist before I kind of like broke
Oh,
away
you
from
were
all that.
raised with those snake biters.
No,
that's
not Southern
that's the
Baptist.
Sheila.
Not Southern Baptist.
See,
I
my
know,
mom
I'll
was
mess with
raised
you.
Pentecostal. My dad, I think, was raised Baptist.
I'm not like a Southern
Or
Baptist though, where they're all
Reverse. No, it's
weird.
reversed. My dad was Pentecostal.
Hold on, is
dad
Southern
was
Baptist the weird one, or is it the
raised Pentecostal?
Tanner? Is Southern Baptist the weird one, or is it the other one?
I wouldn't say they're weird.
They're not weird.
No,
it's
the
just
ones-
like
the
a
one-
stereotype.
No, they're like
crazy.
the
They do have
stereotype of them. Are they
stereotypes.
weird? Because I know there's like stereotypes about them, like
No,
holding
that's-
snakes and
No,
like
no,
stand.
that's the Pentecostals.
Is it the Pentecostals?
It's the.
I've heard Baptists say stuff about the Pentecostals that Pentecostals would say about the Baptists.
There's a big divide in the Christian community,
which is
between
weird, right?
denominations.
You would think
Yeah.
you would think
Yes.
that.
Yeah.
Like Catholics
Sorta,
just hate everybody else.
Oh yeah.
Are we gonna have a Reformation again?
Nobody likes the Baptist, apparently.
No, for real?
Yeah,
I
that's
love-
what.
I
I
want-
visit the Baptist church constantly.
Really?
I mean, I
But
obviously I
yeah,
don't
like
agree with
there's a lot of divide,
what they do.
especially here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody
Like my
craps on
friend
each other.
Lewis, he's a Catholic, diehard,
Love Lewis.
diehard
Love
Roman
Lewis.
Catholic, and he's really cool. But every
Because
every non-Catholic, which is
Hey,
a
Protestant.
Protestant,
Protestant.
any Protestant, he doesn't really like.
Yeah,
Which, not the
not
people.
the people. He
not
doesn't like the
people.
religion.
He just doesn't
Yeah.
like the religion, and he's like they're like fake. They're
They're fake.
phonies.
yeah, they're phonies.
But like,
Oh.
I was raised in the Church of God, and so like,
So you don't know what denomination you are.
I wouldn't consider myself any denomination really.
I know, not right now.
I wouldn't even consider like I don't know what I would consider myself. Like,
Yeah, same here. I'm on the
Christian
same.
or
I'm in the
not.
same boat.
But like
I considered
grew
Buddhism
up-
for a little bit.
I know the Bible. I know the Bible really well.
He does.
Yeah.
I don't.
Very
really.
intelligent.
I went to church with you for like 9 years.
Yeah, Mason used to go
That's
to church
awesome.
with me.
Yeah, and then I became a Methodist.
And then nobody wanted him.
Yeah, and I went every Sunday.
But yeah,
Oh gosh.
I was raised in the church. Like my dad's a preacher now.
So
and
how is your church service? Like during your service, how would your?
I mean, you've
Uh,
been
service
to
go?
some recently, right?
yeah. Like where my dad goes to church, where he's the pastor at, they generally start with the worship service,
Mhm.
and they'll do a few songs. Someone will sing a special. It's kind of like Baptist-y. Somebody will sing a special. You know, it's all like all the music is played by the pianist, and the pianist,
I love
and
that.
someone sings,
Right.
and then
That sounds a lot like my old church.
you know, you do your offering, prayer requests.
That's
There's like a
exactly-
5-minute prayer time.
That's exactly. You're
And
just like,
then
I think that's like the common like.
my dad will
thing
preach
for
for like 20 to
Protestants.
30 minutes, and then
Dude, this is-
call to the altar, and then a closing song,
Yeah.
and then dismissal.
That's my
and
church.
there's also Sunday
basically.
school going down.
Yeah, that's
So-
my church basically.
Yeah.
How
same.
about the Methodist church? How the
Same
Methodist
thing,
church go?
Well,
Like-
basically, like, you get there at 9 o'clock, and it's like Sunday school, and they have Bible study beforehand.
Oh, dude.
And around 10 o'clock, you go into the main room, and it's this big room with a bunch of steeples or whatever.
Pews?
Yeah, pews, not steeples.
Steeples. The top
And
of the
you go
church.
in there, and they'll what's the thing where they hand them, like, you give them money?
The offering?
Offering, yeah, the offering. That's all I haven't been in church.
Mugging you.
Dude, I haven't been to church in
No,
probably
it's
2
like-
years,
it's
but I
for
remember
the
how it used to
pastor.
roll down.
It's for like I think it's like 10% of an offering. The tithe and offering is actually 10% of your actual payment.
Yeah.
And then after that, the pastor gets I think 10% of it of the offering. for
Well,
him
it
personally.
depends on the church, because most of the time the church just puts it in their bank, because churches are non-profit,
Yeah,
They
yeah,
are non-profit,
completely.
yeah.
and so they get all their money through donations, aka tithes.
Yeah, tithe and offering.
And so, based on how much they tithe, you get so much, or the pastor will get so much.
Well, with our church,
Hold on, I have a
like,
question
and
about
so,
church.
so much will go back towards.
What's the difference between a
other things.
pastor and a preacher?
A pastor is the person who is actually the leader, and that's his home church.
Yeah, the
A
leader of the
preacher
church.
can be an evangelist. An evangelist could go to churches all around, the
Okay.
country.
Because like the TV preachers.
Yeah,
They're
televangelists.
Televangelists.
yeah. But, like, at my church, like, they didn't put it in, like, a bank account. Like, there was, like, a person who was, like, in leukemia, like, who had leukemia,
Right.
Oh,
and
okay.
gave that money.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's-
they're
Yeah,
they're like
Sometimes they do
charitable.
stuff
Yeah,
like that too.
a lot of churches are really charitable.
Ours
Yeah.
was, like, very
Well, hold
small,
on,
though.
Nick, I want to ask you about televangelists real quick. What is your opinion on televangelists?
What are my opinion on televangelists?
Because, like, they're like God gave me this Ferrari. God let me fly my helicopter here.
God gave me the gift of this church so I could get a private jet.
What, Cyber Game 300?
Sniper
No,
gang
Nick, like,
300.
like Nick, what?
God gave me sniper gang.
God gave me a
No, but Nick, so what is your what's your view on the televangelist and how they might spend their money, like the money that they get from the tithe?
Okay, so my view on televangelists, actually, it's sort of from what the church I was raised before this, so before I actually started going here, I was raised in Pentecost,
Mm-hmm.
and then I stopped for a long amount of time, and I went to a non-denominational church. So I basically only actually been in Pentecost for about 3 years. But when I went to the non-denominational church, the pastor there looked extremely highly on televangelists.
Yeah.
So I was, for a while actually, I kind of had a mixed feelings, because I would look at them, and I would personally I would say I wouldn't agree with they're rich. Obviously there's nothing wrong with being rich. I mean, the Bible might say the chance of a rich man getting into heaven is there's a better chance of a camel fitting through the eye of the needle. But I mean, God still can bless you financially. There's no problem with that. But still, with the way that their messages are, the messages, you can have a good message whether you're Christian or not,
Yeah.
but it's sort of iffy, because a lot of times they don't use the Bible, or a lot of times they'll kind of make it more of their own thoughts more than what you would feel like as a godly thought. And the way they spend their money is, I don't care how you spend your money, as long as it's godly. If you're going to the strip club on Saturdays, and then going and talking on the TV Sundays, that's not really right. But you can, like I said, personally, if let's say God started blessing me with I was a preacher and I was able to afford a Ferrari. Now, I wouldn't really say a Ferrari. I probably wouldn't drive a Ferrari because I don't really like a car like that.
Let's just say a Nissan Skyline
or a Ford Fusion.
or Ford Fusion.
I
Yeah,
like
sure.
Ford Fusions.
Ford Fusion's then.
So let's say I could afford a Ford Fusion. I would see nothing wrong with that, personally.
yeah.
Well, yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean,
that would be a
but a middle. But how do televangelists get their money though? Because I know a lot of them are a lot of them I've seen are wealthy.
The way that I've seen that they get their money is, they actually sell. They have DVDs, devotionals.
Oh,
books.
right.
That's their side. That's their. Actually, I think that's where
It's
they
their
get a lot
side
of their
hustle.
money. Their side hustle, basically. But then there's also, they still have a tithe and offering, and even if you're not a televangelist, that doesn't mean that some televangelists can be, they could actually be, not right, and they could steal, extra money out of the tithe and offering. But that could be the exact same way with somebody who's actually a pastor in a church. There's always going to be corruption no matter where you go, whether it's in a church, outside of a church, at a school, outside of a school. Televangelists like, you know, maybe if you're not a televangelist, there's always going to be corruption because we're obviously living in sin. Mm-hmm. So no matter where we go, you never really can dictate or, you know what is right or wrong. You just have to pray and hope you're doing the right thing.
Actually, Nick, you know what you just did? You just gave me, like, kind of a new look on televangelists. I don't think they're so bad now.
I don't like the ones, like,
Joel
that are on...
not saying any names or anything. No, Joel Osteen, he's got some good messages, but, you know, he's a
very rich man.
he's a very rich man.
Yeah, for real.
What I don't like is the ones that used to be on the, what was it, 500 Club or 300 Club?
I don't know.
What was that called? I don't remember.
700 Club.
700. I know it's some hundred.
It's 100.
But like they would like have people call in and donate, and whenever they donated so much,
Mm-hmm.
the televangelist would get on the phone with them, like on the air.
Yeah.
And they'd like give their spiel, and he would be like, he'd pray over them and speak in tongues, and I don't know, it just seems kind of gimmicky to
Kind
me.
of sketchy.
Yeah, because like
I would
you have
agree.
to pay to get this man, you know,
To prophesy over your life.
to prophesy over. Yeah.
And
I don't get behind that. Like a big deal for me, like why I originally left the church was because like I got old enough to, you know, my parents let me make my own decisions, and I decided to leave because the political scene in America is terrible. Everybody should know that.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
in churches, like most of the churches that I've been to recently, it just gets really political.
Does it? I
And-
haven't been to a church recently. I guess I wouldn't know.
And like I haven't been like my dad doesn't get as political as he used to get, and I used to go to a church and they got really political, and I just didn't want that. I came to like learn about the Bible and like acceptance and love, and yet they're like, these gays are trying to take over America.
Well,
and I'm
everyone
like,
has
well,
a-
America isn't yours. I mean, it's for the people, but
Everyone has agendas.
Why don't you like
everybody
Obama?
has a gender.
He's a Muslim.
he's a Muslim.
He's a Muslim.
I'll never forget that.
Oh, that's my favorite quote. One day, I was like,
Oh,
I was
yeah, I
talking
remember
to-
what you're talking about.
talking to a guy at
Poor
lunch,
guy.
and I looked at him and I was like,
What's-
give me one valid reason
I
why
didn't-
you do
I
not
know.
like Obama.
You get
He
the-
looks at me and he's like, because he's a dirty Muslim. And I'm like, all right, I'm done with this conversation.
Yeah, I don't know. We always talk about politics at lunch.
I like having constructive conversations about politics
Mhm.
because
Which
I
we
think
used
it's
to-
important.
We used to be able to have them. I
I
mean,
think
we still
healthy.
can.
I think like healthy conversations about politics is important in our society.
Yeah.
Because now we're at an age of Twitter and Facebook where everybody just gets behind and becomes keyboard warriors, and they say whatever they want and will not hear anybody else's side because they're so set in their ways.
Yeah.
I try to keep my mind as open as possible, and that's why
That's
I
good.
think recently I've become more of a moderate politically, is because I just take a lot in and
Yeah.
hear everybody's opinions and thoughts on the issues, and I feel like
Yeah, I feel like before this election, I was very like one-sided about things.
oh yeah, me too.
But I've recently came to like.
Well, I
open
think
up a little
this
bit and-
past election kind of, you know, broke people
Yeah.
in the way like it was an either make or break deal.
Yeah,
Like,
that's true.
people
that's true.
like me or Joey would be like, all right, both of these candidates are screwed up.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
each
that's-
have good
Yeah.
ideas,
Yeah.
some, and they
That's
each
true.
have terrible ideas.
Oh yeah.
Horrible.
And so you gotta stand for what you think and vote the way you think.
Mhm.
If I would have voted, I still don't know who I would have voted for. To be honest,
I don't know either. I probably would have.
I
I would.
still
I
don't know who I would
I
have
feel
voted
like
for.
it's bad to say, but I couldn't have voted.
But
Because
I feel like bringing it back to religion. I feel like just the right side the right side of politics has corrupted the church and made a lot of people into hateful people.
Yeah, you're right.
well, I
And
mean, Nick might
'cause,
have.
like,
Nick might have.
Nick
some,
might have a differing opinion, but I feel like just people are hateful. Like, I know Nick's not a hateful person.
Nick's one of the coolest people I know.
Yeah,
for
Nick's
real.
a cool religious person.
Cool Pentecost.
Amen.
But I can't stand people hiding behind religion to throw hate. Like, I'm all for religion. I'm not against it at all. But I don't like people,
using it
to throw hate.
Yeah. Or judging.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
What's your
Judge
opinion,
not,
Nick?
lest ye be judged.
Well, I don't think really. I don't know. Nick, do you have an opinion on what Tanner just said, like about how the right might be corrupting religion as
I would
in the
say.
society?
I think it uses a mask. Like
I
the
think
right.
like how he's saying though, like how people might use like religion for like or like politics as
To,
a way
like,
to
They're like further their own agendas.
basically, yeah. I mean, like let's say you're in a church and let's say the whole church is Republican.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, when you say all the like you just were talking about gays or obviously personally I haven't actually witnessed that from a church myself. But that's just because, I mean, obviously we still are going to talk, about
Yeah.
it. If we don't agree with something, we're going to be like, we got to raise our standards up. That doesn't mean we don't love people. It doesn't mean we don't care for them. Because if you hate them and spit out hatred and judgment, then they're never going to come to God at all. And basically they're just going to be even more lost than before, and their hearts are going to be so hard that when you finally get over yourself and try to reach over to them, it's going to be almost impossible because you've already stabbed them so many times in a way.
Right.
That's what I was trying to say. You just said a lot better.
Well, Nick is definitely one of the wisest people I've met somehow.
Oh, yeah.
Even he's only like
He's a very wise
he's
person.
our age, and he's so
I
much
don't know.
wiser than a lot of older people that I know.
It just
Like,
flows out of him. Wisdom does.
I think yeah, I
At
think
random times.
I
At
think Nick
random
was
times.
I think Nick was like born to be a preacher almost.
No.
like-
Yeah, for real.
But no,
All
but
about preaching.
Nick's actually wanted to be a nurse, right?
A nurse and at church, because what I feel is that you can have an occupation that can be your job, and maybe God might use that job for your calling for Him.
Mm-hmm.
But my calling for God, I feel like is I'm gonna be in the children's ministry, so I'm gonna work with the little kids that are in the Sunday school, or so basically like from when they're first in or in like the
the younger generation.
Yeah.
the second to like sixth grade basically.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Second to sixth grade. That's usually gonna be the range, and I'm gonna be a pediatric nurse. So
You're
I'm
gonna be
gonna be with kids. So basically, my life is mainly gonna revolve around not like the youth, which is like obviously the children are still the next generation, but basically
Youth is like middle
The
school
children.
age to high school age.
middle school age to even
Well,
like
college
yeah.
too. Yeah, I forgot.
But that's
Hey,
college can be a
what's-
little hyphen.
Hey, Nick.
Hyphenish.
How's your progress with your CNA coming along?
I got my CNA last year.
You got it already? I didn't
got
know
it
that.
last year actually.
Well,
Oh yeah.
I didn't know you had your CNA. That's cool, man.
So I have my CNA.
Hold on.
And actually, what?
So what does that mean for you then?
That
that
means
is-
he can get a job at a nursing home or something, right?
Yeah.
Well,
make
actually,
good
you can
money.
actually work before that, but then they'll train you during it, and they'll use that. You won't get paid as much, but you'll still get paid, But now, when I go to work at the colonial home, that's actually the place I'm interning at. When I turn 18, I'm gonna go there and I'm gonna actually work there as a job, and they're probably gonna train me for my med aids. Then I'll get paid even more,
That's cool, man.
like quick, and it's probably gonna be this year, like during school, because the lady who actually was telling Heaven about it, and she said, yeah, you and Nick, if you and Nick, once you turn 18, want to find a day, maybe during school, that you can ask off for a few days and come and work and get your med aid, that'd be awesome. And I was like, I'd love that,
Yeah, Nick's situation is really cool. Like we talked about the career center before in
Yeah,
this
last
podcast. And we talked about opportunities it creates, and Nick has created one of the ultimate opportunities. He's already able to get a job out of his experience here.
Which he has a job, right?
Yeah.
At McDonald's.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I mean, but he's
Yeah,
he's
but
able to,
I mean, like, you have a job, like, opportunity right now. Like, as soon as you turn 18.
Yeah, as soon as
you
I
can
turn
take it.
18.
soon as because
He gets it.
Quit McDonald's.
What's your birthday?
April 13th.
Okay.
So I'm about,
One more month.
it's
It's a day
is it-
after Felicia's birthday.
January, February, March?
Oh,
No,
okay.
January,
I
February.
remember stuff.
he's sprouting.
Yeah,
he's
it's
like
probably-
what is it called? You're flexing your knowledge on Felicia.
I flex my knowledge.
Flex your knowledge.
Yeah, like,
My brother,
Uh,
you know what my brother's
You're
birthday is?
flexing.
April 11th.
Really?
And you know when my cousin Phil's birthday is?
What?
April 12th.
really?
Dang.
Wow.
So you guys are all right there together.
And you know when my mom's birthday is?
What?
May 14th.
Mine's May 9th.
Mine's
Mason is
May
Mason's
6th.
6th.
My mom's birthday is April 20th. So
His is
4/20.
December 16th.
Hey.
My
Tanner's
sister's
is December 16th.
Is May
Right?
May 16th.
Yeah.
I'm a December baby, and it's the worst thing ever.
Yeah.
Birthdays are
Because you get
fascinating.
sick, and
What?
it's not fun.
Birthdays
Well,
are
hold on.
fascinating.
Mason,
It's always
our birthday
cold.
party last year, mine and Mason's wasn't really fun either. Mason got sick afterwards.
Yeah.
Sick.
Yeah.
Remember-
Did you eat too much stuff?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
ate too much stuff.
I knew it.
Oh.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Sniper
you're wondering what
Sniper
that is
gang.
all
No,
about.
no, we're not
300.
talking about it. We're
No,
just
we're
gonna leave
not.
it at that.
No,
Okay.
moving on.
Ma-
The campfire.
well, anyways,
though.
Mason was he has allergies really bad, and we had just mowed the grass at my house, and he got on the roof somehow, and
Yeah, well, it was like starting to turn spring.
Yeah.
And all the pollen was out.
Speaking of that,
And we were staying up all
I
night.
wanna say something after you get done with this.
Why not?
Oh, you done?
Oh, no, but.
hurt.
Yeah, and then there was a big old campfire, and we burnt, like, oil, paper, plastic. It's not healthy for you. And I slept in the car, and I woke up, and it was like 80. Felt like it was so hot.
Did you guys not roll down your windows?
No.
We did.
Brooks had the blanket, and I was in the sun.
I was still driving my
The
Camry
window.
at that time.
Oh yeah.
The
Oh yeah.
window. The window and the sunlight were directly on my forehead. And it made me so hot.
Oh my goodness.
You don't know how bad I wanted some water.
Let's talk about this weather right now.
Oh, the weather. Weather's so crazy right now.
Dude, I was running to
Sniper
my car
game
this morning
300.
because I was late. And I saw green grass
Okay.
in February.
Yeah.
Oh.
Green grass in February.
It was like 80 degrees the other day. Like.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's Mason? You don't have to. Raise
I
your
have
hand.
one thing to say. That groundhog lied to us. Thank you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was
like
6
this.
weeks. 6 weeks. Yeah, I can't talk.
6 weeks of winter.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Well, anyways, the weather is pretty insane.
I
right
don't
now.
like the weather right now.
It's currently February 15th.
Cause it goes back and
Day
forth.
after Valentine's Day. Actually, how was your guys' Valentine's Day?
Had a good Valentine's
Yeah,
Day.
I did too.
Mason,
I mean, I fell
My
asleep
mom bought
halfway
me
through, but-
something.
how's
Yeah,
your
my
mom?
mom bought me like candy.
Oh wait, hold
My
on.
mom
I
did.
forget.
Nobody else.
They didn't have a Valentine's.
Hey, we're single.
Yeah.
High five.
All right, guys.
Mason
Guess
had
what?
his
Shout out
last
to me.
basketball game of his.
Shh.
Oof.
Shh. Shout out to me, guys. I'm actually 17, never dated a girl, so I'm pure as a baby's butt. So you guys can find me. Shout out to
single
Nicholas
ladies.
Harris. All them single ladies. Shout out to Mason.
Yo,
Not as pure, but pretty pure.
I'm alright.
Sniper Gang 300.
Sniper Game 300. Shout out to your boy.
what
DropBoxMason.
I
Oh my
would-
goodness.
I want to congratulate Mason on a successful high school career in basketball. That was
Yes.
Yeah, he
I mean-
concluded his basketball season yesterday.
I've been playing since, well, I've been going to basketball camps and stuff.
fun. Well, you've been doing basketball as long as I can remember.
Yeah, my whole life
'Cause
pretty much.
we grew up together.
Second grade is the first basketball camp I went to.
Mm.
Third, fourth, and then fifth grade when I tried out for the basketball team. Like, I made the team, and everyone went up to me, "Why did you try out?"
Why?
Because, like, they were trying to save a spot for Tim Arnold.
Oh.
Tim's bow
And
legged.
all the basketball people were in my class.
And so they were so mad
bullied
at
me
you.
the whole day. And at lunch, I couldn't take it anymore. I cried.
You cried at lunch, man?
Yeah, because Skag's like, "Why you take Tim's spot, man?
Is it Skaggs?
Why you did?" Yeah. And, and I was like, "I just want to play basketball." And I started crying.
Tim.
And then they started
Hold on,
apologizing.
Skags made you cry?
Yeah, Skaggs made me cry because, like, I was like 5 foot back in the day. I was very tiny, really fat.
Mason was
I
a
had no
fat child.
friends.
Tim Arnold.
Which actually, Mason just had a fat, like, body and a really skinny face.
That's actually funny. I'm actually dead because Tim's probably like he probably couldn't play basketball that good anyway.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
Are these
that's
muffins?
sad. Anyone can play. You just got to work at it.
Give me that.
Well,
Mason. No, these are alright.
Not anyone can join the NBA, though.
Yeah,
That's
no,
true.
that's a special group of people that
You
like
can't
if
be
you
a
get
woman.
drafted. That's 60 players that are the best in the world.
You can't be a woman.
They're good.
You
I like
can
watching
be
the
in
NBA.
but it won't count.
I like watching
It won't count.
NBA.
It won't matter. You'll get paid less.
No, but like
Oh my
basketball
gosh.
means so much to me. Like all those years, I have to get on the baseline and run line drills. I'll never forget it. It's
Mason,
so
hold
worth
on.
it.
But there's so much benefit to you doing basketball? Like,
Health-wise.
it's mandatory workout. Yeah, it's mandatory workout. Like,
Health-wise, it's perfect.
Mm-hmm.
It makes you become a leader.
Okay.
Makes you like social.
You strategize. Your mind thinks.
It makes you think more.
Yeah, because
like,
you got to
when-
think about multiple things at once.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it's really I love
like
it. Like for me,
I can't imagine being like a point guard just like
Oh, yeah.
looking out
it's
there.
really hard. But like for me, I'm not very athletic, so I have to use my brain more. Like, I have to be quick on my feet because I'm really tiny. Well,
Mason-
compared to the
That's
post.
tiny.
Hold on.
Well,
yeah, compared to the post, yeah, but you're
What's the
like
post?
Yeah, because you
what-
play post, don't you?
Yeah, I play post, and that's against like 6'8" people.
Yeah, and you're
in
like
my
and you're like what,
category.
5'11"?
No, I'm like 6'1".
We're six foot.
Actually, I thought whenever you said 5'11", I thought I was gonna say 5'1", and I was like, you're actually a liar.
I'm gonna mention it.
He said-
But
He
no,
just hit himself in the face.
Well, yeah,
Just
Nick's
slammed his head
a
against-
nurse, Pentecostal, and Mason's a basketball player, high school athlete, peaked in high school. Tanner and me, we're just doing this podcast, and
Oh my
Mason looks
gosh.
so hurt when you said peaked in high school.
What's peaked? What does peaked mean?
Mason,
I'm
I'm
a
kidding.
vis- I am a
Oh, hit
vlogger.
his top.
Quotations around that. I'm a.
Mason, what camera are you gonna use?
I don't know.
He doesn't know yet, man.
Well, like I need to save. I need to save up money for a Rode mic for
Yeah.
my mom's camera.
What camera is that?
EOS 50D.
Oh, so you got a 50D?
Yeah, or a 5D.
5D.
Is it just a 5D Mark One?
I have no idea.
It's probably a 5D Mark One or Mark
Out of
II.
the entire group, Tanner indefinitely knows the most about cameras, even though Mason's been around them probably all his life.
Mason's been around cameras more than I've been around cameras.
But you
But
wanted to learn
I
about cameras.
love cameras.
I didn't want to be around it. You do.
Yeah, he didn't choose to be around it. He
As-
was born into
He
it.
was-
As
boring.
of today that we are recording this, Canon released unveiled two new cameras.
Oh, they did.
Yeah, the EOS 7 Ti and the 77D. And
Nah.
the 77D is going to be a mid-tier to like bridge the gap between the 7 Ti and the 80D.
Boy, how many megapixels those things got?
Actually, the
It's so big, they created a new unit for it.
I have a
You lying?
I have
No,
a
I'm kidding.
Sony A6000, right?
Uh-huh.
And it has a APS-C CMOS sensor, 24.2 megapixels.
Is that a lot?
Yes.
It's a good bit, especially for
What's
a
the highest amount of megapixels that you've seen on a camera?
as
4K.
what's not a
4K,
megapixel?
is that is 4K?
That's-
Uh,
it's not
like
a
you
word.
have
Sounds
the
like a res-
Alexas
Isn't
and
4K
the Reds.
isn't 4K just like a resolution?
Yeah, 4K
Yeah,
is
so
just
it's
resolution.
resolution.
You have the Alexas and the Reds that are the Aries. I don't remember what they're called, but
The red cameras.
the Red cameras are pretty good.
Yeah.
But the camera I want to eventually get is the Sony A7R Mark II, and it's the It's rated the third best sensor in a consumer a camera that like any regular person can get without any special help. Because I mean, you can put Reds in there, but you can't get like Arri Alexas or whatever in there.
Uh-huh.
That would probably knock it down like to fourth. But it's the third greatest sensor. But that's
Okay, well that wraps this up. Tanner got cut off from his stop, but that's fine.
fine.
Really. But anyways, today we talked about religion and we rambled on for the last bit.
Cameras are cool.
Sniper
Yep.
Game 300.
Bye.
Sniper
Bye,
Game
y'all.
300.